What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel, Loud and Out. Thanks for watching. Gonna do this one a little bit different again, just like yesterday's. It's not gonna hit on any news, but I mean, similar to yesterday's, it's going to delve into a little bit of what interests me. This is a talk about three cars, not in any particular order, no particular reason I picked these other than the fact that they are some of my favorites. I have a lot, and I don't really want to make like an hour-long video and bore the hell out of everybody that watches this or anybody that watches this. So let's start off with the first one being the Lamborghini Gallardo. Now, this was released in 2003 and they stopped production in about 2013, and then the successor was the Huracan. Now, I do enjoy the Huracan, I just feel the Gallardo is pretty awesome, and I mean, the fact that I've actually driven a Gallardo and not a Huracan is why I kind of made it into this video. But like I said before, no particular order. But anyways, yeah, so this one, they have a top speed of about 192 to 202 depending on the variant that you own or that you drive or whatever. With that mileage, the top speed difference, that comes with, I mean, the first gen had the 5-liter, and then second and third gens had the 5.5-liter engines, all a V10, all a great engine as far as I know. I know maintenance on these can be very expensive, and I mean, if you guys watch Vehicle Virgins, he actually owns one, and he talks a little bit about the expenses and how much it costs to maintain one. He does a pretty good job at explaining that. Now, I enjoy the Gallardo because when I drove it, I mean, the thing handled like it was on rails going around the autocross track. I was able to really push the car to its limits, let the engine roar, hear the exhaust notes, and gosh, it was pretty intoxicating just to listen to it and feel the car. I drove the one that had an E-gear transmission, so it was pretty roboticized, robotized, whatever, what have you. But yeah, so I mean, it had the paddle shifter, so it was really quick on the shifts, really solid. You got to feel it when it shifted. It was great, fantastic. But these also come with, I mean, a 6-speed manual gearbox, H pattern. But either way, it was awesome. It was a lot of fun. Had a great time driving it. And I mean, the 0 to 62 is about 4 seconds, so it's still a pretty quick car, even though these are kind of hitting that time period where they're getting older, and I mean, they're not as wanted anymore just because, I mean, there's the Huracan, the Aventador still being made. There's different variants and models to each of those, and I mean, those are still pretty fresh, but I just really like a Gallardo. There's nothing like it. So the second car that I wanted to talk about was the BAC Mono. I really like this car. It comes in only a single-seater. It looks pretty fun to drive. I've never been able to drive one of these and probably won't anytime soon just because of how rare these things are if you ever see one. I believe Jay Leno has one. He said he had an amazing time driving his, and I mean, rightfully so. Look at the thing, it looks like a freaking go-kart or an F1 car that was built for the road. Now, this British car was released in 2011, and it's still currently in production. It's got a top speed of about 170 miles per hour. It's 0 to 62 in roughly just under 3 seconds. I believe I read it was 2.8 seconds. And funny thing, it's got a 2.3-liter 4-cylinder cranking out 285 horsepower. But mind you, that thing is super light, whole bunch of carbon fiber all over the body, all over the workings. It's just a fantastic, really cool car. Looks fantastic, looks really badass. I really enjoy looking at this thing, and who knows, maybe someday. Am I right, or what? Now, the third car I wanted to talk about was the Pagani Huayra. Kind of a funny word to say, but I mean, it was introduced, I mean, in 2012. It's currently in production with different variants and such. This car has a top speed of about 238, 240 miles per hour. 0 to 62, you're looking at about 3 seconds. still really solid car. And I love the look of these. There's nothing like it. I mean, it's got active aerodynamics on the outside, so when you're turning, when you're going around the track and stuff, these little flaps kind of come up and they kind of adjust to whatever. And I mean, it's awesome. It's friggin' sweet. It looks cool when it's driving around the track, and then on top of that, if you look into the interior, it looks very sort of steampunk. If you catch my drift, you can see all the inner workings. Lots of aluminum, carbon fiber, and leather throughout the entire interior. And I mean, it looks amazing. It looks very stylish, and I mean, it doesn't stop there. This isn't like the car I talked about yesterday that was pure fashion. This thing has the power to back it up. It's got a V12 Mercedes engine, 6-liter twin turbo, cranking out 730 horsepower, so it's really solid, really quick around the track. And then there's a price tag with this one at about $1.3 million. I highly doubt I'll ever even be able to see one. Whatever, I mean, who knows. But yeah, so this car is awesome. It's really cool, really gorgeous car. There's nothing else like it, like I said. The name is interesting. It'd just be a really interesting car to own if I ever made it to that point. Odds are against me, but who knows. It's a mid-engine rear-wheel drive car, so you can get squirrely if you want and have a little bit of fun with this thing. And that about wraps it up for today's video, Sunday. I'll catch you guys next weekend. If you could, go ahead and hit that subscribe button below. And don't forget to check out my Twitter and Facebook page. Twitter has been blowing up. It's been awesome. It's been great. About 830 some odd followers now. It's fantastic. It's really cool. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you next weekend.